Hello, everyone. Jonathan with Excel Bets. Stop what you're doing before you fill out any brackets. And I'm going to give you a free bracket combination tool and also tell you, based on the last 24 March Madness, who could win the national championship. So let's dive into it. I've got the bracket pulled up here. A lot of top heavy favorites for sure, and the numbers lean that way as well. So I have a link in the description. This is a free tool for anybody. Download link at excelbets.com, and I'll have a link in the description. And what this does is allow you to just toggle the bracket and determine if you think certain teams can be a national champion or not. And it's going to tell you number of bracket combinations. If you're like me and you want to fill out more than one bracket and really hone in on a couple of champions, because that's where you're going to win your pools on, this allows you to see if you add or remove a team from national championship or national champion consideration, the bracket count will change. You can see I'm just clicking in a box and we say Duke can win or can't win. We lose 6 brackets by taking them out just based on what I have selected here. So play around with this. It's a fun tool, I think, to just go through and think, who do you think can make the Final Four, and just easy way before you dive into actually making a bracket, especially if you haven't made a whole lot in the past, just going through here and selecting different teams. It can be kind of daunting if you're making more than one. So it's just a good way to get started, and it's free. So play around with it. Hopefully that's helpful for you. Second piece to help you fill out these brackets is who can actually win the national championship. So this is something that I think makes it really succinct as far as who actually could win. I've got, dating back to 2001 to current, who all has won the national championship, and looked at really just 2 different factors. We've got the KenPom adjusted efficiency margin, and basically you need to be top 6 there. You can see Duke, Maryland, Connecticut, North Carolina, Florida, Kansas, all of the teams. And last year, Florida is a 2 rank. That's the primary reason. That's all but 3 national championships have been a top 16 heading into March Madness. The 3 outliers, we've got Syracuse with Carmelo Anthony, and then 2 UConn teams, one with Kemba Walker and one with Shabazz Napier at a 15 and 25. Definitely outliers. And the way to capture those is to basically take in, I used to look at All-American, either first or second team. Now what KenPom has done is created Player of the Year rankings here. So I'm going to say that's essentially your All-Americans, because the All-American list hasn't been fully released yet. And you can go through here and basically say if they're a top 10 Player of the Year candidate and their team is within the top 25, which all these are, that would be your second condition if you want some dark horses. So top 6 teams, obviously all the 1 seeds, and then Houston and Iowa State as 2 seeds. Those are your for sure most likely candidates, and then I'll call them dark horses. Any team that's top 25 and has a Player of the Year potential player, that would be BYU as a 6 seed, 23 rank. We got Michigan State as a 9 rank and a 3 seed, Illinois as a 3 seed, Purdue, Arkansas, and St. John. So I would build all of your brackets with choosing one of these as your national champion, and then I would build your Final Four looking at some of these dark horses. And that's a really easy way to go about building a bracket or multiple brackets. And I'm sure everybody's hitting the KenPom website the next couple of days to do your analysis. So I would definitely encourage you to sign up for his platform. I think it's great. I've got some models built off of this. Iowa is my team, so they're highlighted there. But this is the rank. So the net rating, the adjusted efficiency margin, that's the column I'm referring to for the top 6. You can see Duke, Arizona, Michigan, Florida, Houston, Iowa State, and then it goes down the list. So obviously Connecticut as a 2 seed, I think that, and Gonzaga as a 3. Both those I would say are probably primed for some upset potential, or not going as far in the bracket as their seed, along with Virginia. And the data proves that as well. So that would be just some guidance I would give. And I've also got something else here. If you're looking to really nerd out on some bracket scenarios, I've got this March Madness bracket predictor that has pre-programmed ESPN BPI and KenPom probabilities along with some historical probabilities, and it's all dynamically random generated based on probabilities in the background. This is the Google Sheets version where you can just refresh it and dynamically produce a fully completed bracket. If you want to select your national champion, you can do that here and actually build out your championship as well. And then it'll simulate off that. So just something else to look at. I say Duke is for sure going to win the national championship, and you can see all simulation scenarios, lock that in, and just pivot off of the other bracket scenarios that are all probability based. So I love playing with this. I've got it for a pretty reasonable price if you want to pick it up and play with it for the next couple of days, build some models off of it. Otherwise, like I said in the intro, I've got this free calculator for you to play around with the different teams and how far out you think they can go to win the national champion, go to the national championship game, or just go to the Final Four. And there's a pivot table too you can play around with. So hopefully that's exciting. Best of luck with everybody on your March Madness brackets, and have fun watching the games. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and God bless.